a diva. I'm a diva.
Na diva is a female version of a hustler.
So maybe just talk a little bit about who you are and maybe sort of a bit of background into how you even came up with the concept of expatwomen.com. It's quite a unique concept.
Hi, like Holly said, I'm Andrea Martins and my website is expatwomen.com. I came up with the idea when I was living in Mexico with an American friend of mine, Jill Longray. We put the site together. It actually started off as a smaller idea, but it became then her. And before we launched, it took a year to work on it before we launched because the site had 1,000 pages, and we have resources for 194 countries. And every month we change the homepage and interview successful expat women and women who've started businesses abroad, and we have a blogs directory where we have more than 900 blogs that have been approved by women, like expat women who've submitted their blogs. And
that's a lot.
the site is actually a really big site. The idea didn't start out that big, but when we started saying, what do you want to do, and do we want to be the #1 site and everything, we said yes, we want to be the #1 site. So we did all of these fantastic things. The site actually had a lot more on it than what is there now, but we can talk about that later. We took some things off because some things we learnt.
Yeah, trial and error.
Yeah, weren't great for us.
When did you start the site?
Oh, that was, sorry, the idea was the beginning of 2006, and we launched January 2007. So just over 2 years.
Yeah.
Na diva is a female version of a hustler.
Hi everyone, my name's Yvette. I've sort of been in the online game on and off probably since around 2000. I grew up in a family of computers, so my dad was a computer teacher, though I only knew how to play games, not design websites or do anything very useful. The company I have now is #4, I think, so I'm a serial entrepreneur, I tell people. The Creative Collective is a full-service creative agency, so we actually help people create the websites, the e-commerce, the marketing strategies to make them successful. But we walk our talk as well. I actually create products and sell them online. I actually do e-marketing campaigns and strategies to build my database and all that kind of thing. We also run events and sell products as well, so that also fits into the education element, I guess. I'm all about educating people so that the industry bar is raised, really.
Maybe touch on the other 3 businesses that you had, because I think that's really important to understand that your first idea may not be your corker. I kind of say you have a 1 in 30-year idea, which is generally something that is really going to be quite successful. But I think it's good to understand that sometimes you are going to fail along the way. It's not all a bed of roses.
Yeah, I guess I can't say any of them failed, but I definitely learned something from each of them. The first one, I was 17 years old. I started a newspaper. It was all bromides. It wasn't online at all. It was quite the opposite, and it got bought out after its first edition by an American entrepreneur. So here I was, 17, cutting my first business deal with my dad, because who else do you take to a business meeting when you're 17 and you don't have a team? When I was 26, living in London, I started an online t-shirt business. I'm from, if you're detecting an accent, New Zealand, and it was all iconic New Zealand images, sold them online. Sort of ran out of steam with it, I guess, but knew it had great potential. Knew I wasn't giving it justice, so decided to sell it with that potential. So that was good to go from start, of nothing to a business to sale as well, the whole cycle really. And I also have another site, Yummy Mummy, which is IE, Mummy, IE, because I have a 2 and a 5-year-old, and that was about providing education resources to mums who perhaps want to develop personally or professionally whilst being stuck at home with kids perhaps. So they're my 4 businesses at the moment.
And which is your most favourite?
Well, I've sold others. My most favourite, the Creative Collective takes up the largest amount of my time, and I love what I do, so that's a great thing. So it's not work really to me, it's fun.
Do you love what you do? Yeah.
Na diva is a female version of a hustler.
My name is Tanya Williams. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Princess Chic, which is an online shoe boutique. So we sell lots of shoes and have fun playing with lots of shoes, which every woman loves. Princess Chic is nearly 2 years old. It celebrates its 2nd birthday in June, and I suppose I'm in a unique position where I juggle full-time work with a part-time business, or hope to be a full-time business. So I've tried to do it in a little bit of a different manner, rather than just quitting work and having no money, which I'm not good at doing because I have a lifestyle to maintain, I have developed, slowly growing the business by working full time as well. So it's a bit of a juggling act. I got the idea for Princess Chic when I went to America a couple of years ago and found all these great shoes that we couldn't get over here. And they weren't expensive. I think I came home with about 12 pair of shoes in a week. My husband loved that. And I thought, well, there's a market for this. Like, there's shoes that we can get overseas that we just can't get here, because a lot of the time in some of the stores it's the same type of thing over and over again, particularly in regional areas. And that's where it sort of, I got the idea, and it sort of grew from there. It took about 9 months to develop the site from the initial concept right through to developing the website and launching it. And I wanted to, to be empowering to women as well. So you find, I don't know how many people are familiar with Princess Chic, but when you get on the website, all of our shoes have their own little story. They're designed to be empowering for women, and we want people to have a great experience with us from start to finish. So from the time you get onto the website to the time you get your shoes, which are in a hot pink shoe box, and then you get a little tiara with them and a little thing about how to walk in heels, and it's fun and quirky. And we get so many emails from customers saying, oh my god, I love my shoes and I love my shoe box and I'm walking around with a tiara and everyone's jealous, and you know. So the whole idea was to give people a great experience while they were shopping online as well, and that's I think a bit of our point of difference, or what we strive to do as well. So it's a work in progress, and we're very much in a development stage at the moment. So we're trying to develop a Princess Chic line, which is sort of some unique styles that are obviously unique to us, as well as trying to, it's not as easy as it sounds, develop a custom-made line, so customers can actually get on and order the shoes that they want. So they might want a stiletto with a 3-inch heel and a leopard skin in a size 5. So we're in the process of trying to develop that. So it's a bit of a work in progress, and it can be a bit of a juggle, but you know, as Andrea said, you've got to love what you do, otherwise you wouldn't do it. You have to be passionate about it. I think everyone in this room probably shares a passion for what they do, and that's really important.
You touched on an interesting point there in terms of the development.
Yeah.
Are you doing that yourself, or have you outsourced that as someone managing that for you?
I do everything myself.
Yeah.
Apart from, I think having the support of your family and your partner is extremely important.
Yeah.
My husband is fabulous. He does a lot of the icky stuff that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
And that I'm no good at.
What's the icky stuff?
The icky stuff, like the accounts and all the creating all the new images and the banners and all that sort of stuff.
Right. So is he techie?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
He's good at that
helps.
stuff, and I'm not.
Right.
Which is a bit strange considering I have an online store.
Yeah. No, not at all.
But yeah, no, I actually am in the process of doing all that myself, in terms of I'm working with a manufacturer to try and develop some samples and sort of develop the process through. So, you know, it can be hard, particularly when you're dealing with overseas and you've got that time difference, so you send an email today, get a response tomorrow, and
the other interesting point I think that is great with your story is that you haven't just, you know, gone out and blowing off your job and thought, that's it, you know, I'm going to be a millionaire overnight. You've actually been quite clever in balancing. Yeah.
I've tried to minimise the risk as much as possible, so I don't go out and get a huge mortgage, or I don't just quit get a job.
I've got a huge bank loan.
Yeah, exactly. So I've tried to do it in a sensible way where I can go, look, I know I can't afford to do that full time yet, but that's the ultimate goal.
Have you got do you have a business plan?
Yeah.
Great. And in your business, that's right. And in your kind of business plan, do you have sort of a phase of when you expect to quit your job?
So I've got some timelines and so forth, which are sort of different stages that we need to go through to get to the next level.
Yeah. So you're 9 months in?
No, 2 years in.
2 years in. Yeah. When do you expect to be able to quit the job and go full time to Princess Chic?
If all goes according to plan.
Yeah.
Within 12 months. If it doesn't go quite according to plan, maybe within 2.5 years.
Yeah.
So there's a definite timeline there.
Yeah.
And, you know, things change. I mean, you know, having an online business as all these girls know, you've got to move with the times and what's happening in the market as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.